Okay, so if everyone starts standing, what we're going to start with the legs sort of shoulder width apart, and the hands on the thighs like this. Keep the elbows tucked in and then tip forward, keeping your back as straight as possible. Now concentrate on making sure the length from your tailbone to your head is as long as possible. Now the sequence is going to be, I'm going to show you a gentle version and a more advanced version. So one version is to slowly bend the knees and sink down, and then don't worry about straightening the legs all the way, but start to straighten the legs and pushing them closer to straight. So it's like the gentle version. You bend down, you look up, you try and squat as low as you can, and you push forward and go back. A more advanced version, I guess, is the hands are here, and what happens is as you go to your squat, the elbows go forward, and then as you come forward, they roll. So as you come forward, they can come forward, they can even come up above your head if you're more open, and then forward, forward. We're just going to keep doing that a couple of times to warm up. One more time. Okay, just sway side to side. So bend the knees slowly, come up, keep your arms to shake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it up. We're going to kind of do a lower body warm up and an upper body warm up. So this is a nice relaxing one. You're basically swinging back and forth like that drum and strings on. Okay, and slowly tap both hips opposite hand, and if that feels good, you can tap your shoulder and your back. That can be quite gentle, nice, loose, relaxing. And then we're going to take it a bit further. We're going to have the elbows up, and if I show you through your direction, it's like an elbow towards Haroon, and then chop towards Andrea, and then elbow back towards Haroon, and then chop towards Nick. Okay, so we just go side to side. 1, 2, coming back the other way. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, now we're going to do a little balance. Again, we can do 10, but we're just going to do 5 today, okay? But this should help us warm up. I'll show you two versions. If your balance isn't great, you can just bring the knee out and then tap it to your foot and down. If your balance is better, what can happen is you can take it out and then up. But I find this really warms up your hip, okay? So either taking it out and tapping it down, or taking it out to the side. So we're just going to go 5 to this side, okay? So ready, 1. And up. That's it, get that balance going. Out. And up. 2. 3, excellent, you're starting to get the balance out now. 4. And 5, fantastic. Let's go the other way. So go the other way now. So ready. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now we'll take the arm across. And this is a great classic stretch. What I find helps with this one is if you rotate the palm up and rotate it down. So you get more of a open in the shoulder. 3, 4, 5. Change sides. Inside now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. Now, take the arm behind you. Again, if your head's going to come forward, that's no good. So you want to keep the hand up. So if you can feel a stretch in your lat and then your here, it's fine. If you want to put the hand all the way behind and push it down with the other arm, that's fine at all. If you're more open and you can reach your fingers, you can do that too. But that is a bind. We looked at those 2 weeks ago. Can't remember now. Okay. And then go the other way. So again, This way, like I say, if you feel a stretch here, if you feel everything opening up, do that. We're going to make it a little bit more intense. Take it down the back. Reach with the other hand. This is my less open side. But again, you can grab on the sides of your t-shirt. You can't quite grab. As long as you feel a stretch there, that is fantastic. Okay, so we're going to do another balance opening stretch. If your balance isn't great, go next to a wall. So it's the figure 4, and you're trying to sit down. Okay, so let's say you can only sit down this far and back up. That's fine. If you can sit down and tap your elbows to your shin, that's great. If you can bend forward and touch your fingers to the floor, that's okay. Whatever you can do. Okay, so just tipping. 1. Doing okay? 2. 3. Oh, I gotta concentrate now. 4. And the 5th one, we're just going to chill out there for a couple of breaths. Okay, cool. And go to the other side. Wonderful. And then on the other side. And just tip down as low as you can go. Back up. One more time, let's chill out down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up, give it an extra shake. It's really going for the hip. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make interlocking hands forward and behind. So if we go forward, as we go up, we're trying to come up as high as we can and pop that chest. And we sweep the arms down, take them behind us, and then try and bring them up as much as we can. Again, if you want to put a bend in your legs, you can. You're trying to literally reach them all the way over your head. So that's 1. Turn it the other way. 2. This is 3. 4. One more time. And 5. And on this last one, all I want you to do is bring the hands all the way over to one side and the hands all the way over the other side. Get little twists in the spine and the shoulders and everything else. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just give the arms a shake. Right. So it should be quite warmed up. The weather's kind of warm, so it's fine. What we're going to do now is we're going to look at the runner's pose stretch today and all the different variations of it. So if you can't do all these variations of it, don't worry at all. But what I find is like runner's pose, front stance, all these things, they're really the key for like overall lower body flexibility. Okay, so take one leg out, it doesn't matter which one, and bend it. So this is what we call warrior 1 or warrior 2 or front stance. Okay, now I don't mind if you got back foot down or back foot up. What I need you to be able to do is put both hands to the floor. If you can't get both hands to the floor, please feel free to put them on blocks. Okay, now it's a little bit of a balance. So let's see how we go. Whichever foot you have forward, it's going to be the other hand you're going to raise. So raise your hand, and you're trying to get your 2 arms in line with each other. So Steve, you see how your shoulders going forward? I want you to come up onto your fingertips. See that more openness? So again, and now bend the knee more. See that openness in the shoulders, that's what you want, okay? Now bring the hand back down and then twist to the back of the room. And the same thing, you want both shoulders in line. If it's too much for you, just come up higher onto a block or onto your fingers. Okay, cool. Then bring both hands down and bring the knee to the floor. So let me just show you the sequence. We're going to have a flow. I'm going to do about 3 of them. You don't have to go on time with me, but watch me first. I'm going to bring the hand up. I'm going to bring the hand up and twist. So kind of like the last stretch we did. Then I'm going to take the hand to the back of the room and I'm going to sweep the hand forward and reach forward. Okay? So one more time, let me just show you. So go across the body, up above. Take it behind me and then forward. Okay? I'm just going to do about 3 or 4 of those. So knee down or knee up, depending which is good for you. Okay? So you've got opposite hand down to your leg. So take it across as much as you can and then sweep it up. Once you've swept it up, take it behind you, try and look back of the hand, and then come through, down, sweep down, and reach forward. That's 1. So take it across, and up, take it behind, look at your hand, and then sweep it forward. One more time, take it across, sweep it up, take it behind, sweep it forward. Okay, last one on this. And again, you can have back knee down or not. You can have hand on the block or not. What you're going to do from here is you're going to lunge forward as much as you can and then pick up and try and straighten the leg. Okay? So you're going to do 5 of these. So lunge forward and straighten any amount. Go, come up, and let's go do all those stretches on the other side. So, then we're going to turn first and bring both hands down to the floor. Adjust yourself. Again, here. Okay, you're going to raise up opposite hand to your left. Again, trying to get the 2 arms in line with each other. That's it, good. So, try and turn your chest. So turn your palm, Nick. Pause me, that's it, good. Bring that shoulder back, good. And hand down to the floor, twist to the back of the room. Okay, then we're going to do a sweeping session. So knee down, back knee down or up. So across your body, sweep up. Look behind you, and then sweep through the bottom, forward. Okay? And take it across. Above, behind, sweep forward. One more time, cross the body, up, to the back of the room, and forward. And now start to straighten and bend the legs. So down, deep lunge, straighten. So I'm going to do 5 of these. Turn to the front and slowly bring your legs together. Now this leg stretch is a long sequence. It's one that a lot of you have done before, but Ryan, you might not have done it with us before, and Dylan, you might not have been around for the stretch. So these are one of the stretches where I call the checkpoint stretches. We're at one point, and wherever we are is fine, and we're always trying to get to that next stage, so it's good to revisit, okay? So this is what I call a hip opening stretch, and then we'll do a hip TLC afterwards, because your hips will take a beating. Okay, so come down onto your knees. So I keep saying this, but the problem is with me doing all the stretches is I can't see your facial expressions. Like a lot of people, when they kick, they grimace, they go, "Ugh," and I'm always like, no, be relaxed in your face. Same with your stretching. If you're tensing, if you're grimacing in your face, your mind is going, danger, danger, Will Robinson, stop it. So the most important thing when we're doing stretches is try and relax. And if you feel yourself tensing up or grimacing, back off. That's my best advice, not just for this stretch, but for any stretch, okay? So we're gonna go into a wide knee child's pose. Basically, I'm taking my knees as wide as I can, and I know you can't see it, but my big toes are touching, okay? okay? If you have trouble sitting down like this, you can sit on a block, okay? So number one is to sit like this. This is a good way to sit. So knees as wide as you can, and forward. And we're going to take the hands slightly forward here. Now, the breathing pattern, the cat-cow breathing pattern, should be done for, I should say, like all floor stretches, especially all folding stretches. So as I breathe in, I'm looking to the ceiling and trying to arch my back. So I'm physically pushing my hands into the mat. And as I breathe out, I'm looking back at my belly button. Okay, so breathe in. Maybe your hands go a little bit further forward. As you breathe out, your head might come to the floor. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Now we're going to walk the hands all the way over to one side. And a common thing is the opposite hand is going to the side. Grab that wrist and pull it a little bit. Bring the hands all the way to the other side. Then grab the opposite wrist and pull it across your body for an extra bit of a stretch. Cool. Then come back. This is the relaxing one. You thread one arm under the other and fall asleep on that shoulder. The other arm extends forward. And this is where you really need to chill out. Okay, and then lift up, thread the other arm through, and lie down. Okay, cool. That's essentially the routine. All we do now is we up the level. If a level gets too tough for you, you can always go back one. So now we're going to separate the feet and turn the toes out for what's called frog stretch. That's it, good. In the frog stretch, I find that your body starts to resist straight away. So what we're going to do is move the hips forward and back. Now, up to you how far you have your hands forward. But for a lot of people now, when they cat-cow, they lift their arms up, and as they cow, they drop their elbows down and push their hips back, okay? So up to you how you do it, but that's just the way I do it here, okay? So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, out. Breathe in, and out. Okay, now walk the arms or the elbows to one side. I'm always trying to connect my elbow to my knee. Walk the arms or the elbows over to the other side. A little test before we go into our relaxing one. Have your hands here, maybe on your knuckles, maybe on your fingertips, or maybe hips up. Okay? And then lift and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's enough of that nonsense. And then put your hand down and do your best to relax. I know it's tough. Come up and swap sides. Just before we go to the next stretch, Varun will vouch for me when I said my legs didn't used to go this far and close to the floor, okay? So it does improve over time, you just got to give it time. So bring your knees in, give your hips a little circle before we go into the level 3. Now just to explain, they are big jumps up now, so level 3 and level 4 are intense. If you don't feel comfortable doing any stretches, please don't do them. And change direction, circle in the hips. So, level 3 is the standing split, okay? Or standing straddle. If you need to put your hands on blocks, if you need to put your hand against the wall, you can do that too. But basically, your hands are down. Now, the amount of comfort you have going wide is up to you. But what I would say is don't go to maximum 100% pain. You want to be on like the 15-20% mark max, okay? And again, all I'm going to do is rock my hips forward and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to cat-cow. So as I cat-cow, I try and push my hips to the floor. As I go back, I'm always coming up onto my heels. So I push the hips in, heel back. One more time, breathe in, and breathe out. Now if you don't feel stable, you can just take one hand over to your foot. If you do feel stable in your legs, you can take both hands out to one side. And both hands over to the other side. Okay, and again, if you can't do this next one, don't worry. But you're going to fold and try and lie on your shoulder. If you can't do it, just come out of the stretch. It's totally fine. This is when you know your flexibility is improving. You come up, twist. And then slowly, slowly sit in the straddle. And give your legs a pat down. So I told you, pretty intense. But again, it's one of these stretches. I wouldn't recommend doing it every day, but every once in a while it can help out. So when you're in this stretch, the most important thing is that you can sit up straight. If you can't sit up straight, please sit on as much as you need to sit up there. Start to keep your head still, but circle your hips. You can do this with your hands on your legs, your hands behind you, your hands in front of you. You're trying to make these circles, okay? So again, you're just trying to trick your body, convince your body that this is the place you want to be, and change direction. Okay, good. And now, when we cat-cow, it's a little test. You can still cat-cow with your hands behind you on your legs, but again, the further you can get your hands forward, obviously the more open you're going to come. So, look up to the ceiling, and then fall. Look up to the ceiling. One more time. And then however you can walk your hands to one side, it's fine. And your hands to the other side. More extreme version of that is where you grab the foot and bring the other arm over. Again, one I like is putting the hand behind the head and look into the ceiling. I love that one. It just opens up the side body. You kind of can go a little bit further then. You come over the other side. So either reach for both feet, but if you're not quite feeling it, just take your hand behind your head and look up to the ceiling. That's it. Okay, cool. Now I probably won't be able to do this today, but another time I could lie perfectly forward and lie down in that position. So I'm just trying to explain to you that stretching is not a linear journey. You have up days and down days, and that's fine. But your average will always improve. Like your average stretch will get better. Your maximum stretch might not be there. Does that make sense? Okay? So that's quite enough of that. We're going to give some hip TLC now. So take the legs side to side. Oh, that's nice. going to build up this, hopefully it'll feel quite nice. So we turn over, and we just turn our whole body over onto one side. And using our hands, we walk over to the other side. And again, if you want to give yourself little size, you can put your forearms to the floor. And turn. Maybe you try and get your head down to the blocks or to the floor. On the other side. Maybe you're feeling brave enough now to extend that leg and go into full pigeon. And again, the exact same thing. Just trying to lean forward. Maybe you take your hands up in front of you to make the stretch slightly more intense. But totally up to you, whichever you feel comfortable with. Okay, you come on the other side. Full pigeon. Okay, cool. How many people do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Count myself, 8. A disc for you. If you don't have a disc that you have, you can use a cereal box, you can use a sock. Depending on what kind of floor you've got, really. Exercises. So, like all the exercises, I'll show you an easy version and then a harder version. Okay? So the easy version is you keep your hips on the floor. So if I show you with this leg, probably easier. So the easy version will be the leg goes out and you bring it back in. Leg goes out, back in. Harder version is you brace this foot, lift your hips up, and go forward and go back. Okay? So this is just round one. It's going to get harder, and then I will go on to the other levels. Okay? So just going to do 10 on one leg and 10 on the other leg. Okay? So ready and go for it. So out and in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Easy, right? And the other side. Okay, and then lift the hips and go out and in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fantastic. Now, even though it's only one circle, you should be able to get both heels on the disc. Should. Okay? And then you put your hands to the side, lift your hips. Both feet go out, both feet go back. Now, it may be, just to explain, you can push your foot out with your hips up, and then when you want to bring the disc back in, you've got to drop your hips to the floor. That's totally normal, okay? So just play around with it. It's not an exact science, okay? So lift your hips, take the legs out, and see if you can pull them back in. Oh, that's much harder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 just. So, again, with these techniques, it's okay to fail, okay? If that was really tough for you with 2, stick with that. If you would like a challenge now, you have 1 foot in the air, you take 1 leg out, and again, you might be able to take your leg out with the hips off the floor, and then to bring your legs back, you might need to drop your hip to the floor. It's totally normal, okay? We're going to try 5 each side. I'm probably going to fail horribly, okay? So I have weak hamstrings at the moment, okay? So ready, going out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm right on target, my leg cramped up. On number 5. Apparently that's good for you. And then the other leg, let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it just proves to you don't need expensive gym equipment, just a slippery floor and a sock, okay? So the next kind of conditioning we're going to do, because I really think the conditioning can help you. No one likes doing the conditioning, it's not. And this one's the best. I haven't done this one before, this one's a bit of fun. This is called the pissing dog. Okay, it's the actual name of the pose, okay? I didn't make it up. But once you see it, you'll realise straight away. So, if I can explain to you what's going to happen, I'm going to be on all fours. I want to keep everything neutral, like I was resting something on my sacrum, okay? And then for 20 seconds, I'm just going to lift my leg up like a pissing dog, okay? And we're going to do 2 rounds on one side, we're going to do 2 rounds on the other. It's 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Well, just do that. Okay, you ready? Lifting one leg. Okay, and ready, go for it. So you want to keep everything still. And you want to get the knee, the foot, the hip all in line with each other. Okay, and rest. Give it a hip. We're going to lift the same leg up again. And lift, go. Okay, another leg, give it a little shake, other leg now lifting, pissing dog. And go for it. Relax, give your hips a shake. Get ready to lift that same leg again. 3, 2, 1, go for it. And relax. So we're going to do all that again with a slight variation. If you're going to lift your leg really high on this, you've done it wrong. So if I explain, this time my leg is out straight, my heel is up and my big toe is down. I should only be able to lift it a few inches off the floor. And this muscle here, the good old glute med, will be on fire, okay? So if you can lift your leg really high, something's gone wrong, okay? You shouldn't be lifting your leg really high. Just to explain. Okay, so again, we're going to do two rounds on one leg and 2 rounds on the other leg, if you can. If not, just go back to the bent leg version. Okay, lift. So big toe down, heel up. Push into the floor with your hands. Keep everything still and steady. And relax. Same leg again. So make sure the heel and the hip are in line with each other. That's important. A lift. And relax. A little shake other side. And lift. And rest. Last one, I promise. And we can chill out on our backs. Lift. And let's chill out. Okay, so lie on your backs. Time to chill out. Grab onto your knees, grab onto your ankles, grab onto your feet on the inside. Whatever you're doing is nice happy baby. Push your back to the wall and just slowly rock side to side. Then bring your feet together. Reverse butterfly. What I'm doing is I'm just trying to straighten one leg as I pull the other knee to the floor. So I always think of like a bow and arrow for this bit. I don't know why. Then switch. And then once you've got it, roll slightly back and forth. So basically it's an excuse to roll your spine on the floor. Okay, cool, then take the feet slightly wider than your hips. And basically we're going to do the windscreen wipers side to side, keeping your shoulders on the floor. Then you take the knees to one side and look over the opposite shoulder. You want to intensify the stretch slightly. You can take the bottom foot and wrap it over the top knee. And then switch to the other side. Bring it back in, give your knees one more hug. And what I like to do here is do little circles with my knees after we've done big inner thigh stretches. It's nice just to feel the motion. And in your own time, just change direction of the circles. Nice and relaxed. Try and get rid of any tension. And when you're ready, rock from side to side. Slowly rock yourself up to seated. There we go. I feel better from stretching, hope you all do. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Well done, everyone. Take care. Just put your discs back on the shelf out by the toilet.